Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you happen to be watching this. Welcome along to another prediction video. Done one of these last season, absolutely love doing it. I've decided to invite Adam along this time around. We're going to be doing our joint predictions alongside each other. I tasked Adam earlier on in the week to get some predictions written down. And yeah, we're just going to have a little bit of fun. It's just a little, this is all purely opinion based, but if you support any one of these clubs, let me know down in the comment section where you think your club's going to finish. We'll be really interested to hear. We want to get your opinions involved. As I said, it's purely opinion based, and if let's just try and keep it a little bit civil in the comment section, but let's have some fun as well. So
I wouldn't even say mine's opinion based, to be honest. It's just pure luck as to what I think.
Just pure luck. Okay.
That's sort of how I was feeling.
So we're talking about the Premier League today, and yeah. What we're going to do is we're going to do it in bottom half and then top half kind of format. Now, what you'll be able to see on the screen here is our two predictions. Now, myself and Adam, we haven't looked at these at the moment, so we're going to be unveiling these to each other as we go through it. So you can see how ours compare now. We're going to be talking about it.
You're probably going to be laughing at me so much.
Right, okay. Well, you'd probably be laughing at me, to be honest, as well. So, let's talk about our teams in the bottom three. First of all, who have you got as your three relegated clubs? Because, shall I tell you who I've gone for?
Do you want to go first then? Go on.
So, I've gone for Brighton.
Okay.
I've gone for Newcastle.
Okay.
And I've gone for Sheffield United.
Interesting.
Who have you gone for?
Crystal Palace, Newcastle, Brighton.
Okay. So
we're on a wavelength.
We've agreed on two.
And Newcastle in the same position.
Okay. Reasons on Newcastle, I think it's pretty clear, isn't it?
Yeah, they're not rubbish enough maybe to be bottom, but I don't think that they're in much of a position. I think most of their fans will agree they're not really in much of a position. It's a mess.
It is a mess, and it's all been caused by two men. And they've just completely ruined what could have been a fantastic building season with Rafa Benitez. And they've, I mean, it's just an absolute joke. I can't see
losing Rafa Benitez and employing Steve Bruce in his place. It's like replacing the most beautiful woman in the world that you've got in your life with a toad.
That's a hell of a comparison. I like that. So yeah, I've put Brighton down there, and you put Brighton down there.
They're not.
For me, I just think you find it so difficult when you're trying to go from one way of playing football to the other with the same players.
Yes, I feel like their time is up, though.
Yeah, so do I. I just think they're on their way down.
And so some teams get like that in the Premier League. That's what happened to Villa, in my opinion, when they went down. Their time is up, and for Brighton.
Yeah. I haven't put Palace in there because I personally think that they're going to keep hold of Zaha. I think it's all smoke and mirrors.
Oh, see, I literally, that was one of the reasons why I think they're going to get relegated, because I think once he goes, I think I don't know what they're going to do with all that money if it comes in.
Yeah. I think our opinions are purely based on the fact that I think Zaha's going to stay. You think he's going to go.
Yeah. And he won't go for 80 million, but he'll go.
I think Palace are going to hold out for that.
I think he'll create a fuss.
Okay. Interesting. Let us know down in the comment section if you're a Palace fan. Let us know your thoughts. And then let's go for the rest of the table on there. So I had Villa finishing fourth from bottom. Who have you got?
Burnley.
Okay. Yeah. I've got Burnley in 15th. I think they're going to be okay.
I think
just. And I mean
the
just.
Dyke effect, or Dyke, or however you say his name.
Dyke
effect. I think it'll. It's worn off.
Really?
Yeah, I think this will be it this season.
Wow. Okay, so you've got them finishing just below that. I've got Norwich in 16th. I think we're going to be okay.
Sheffield United.
Right. Okay. So we're.
I'm not far off with them. With you.
I've said Sheffield United are going to get relegated out of. I
think they play
the three
nice
teams that are going up.
I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, I think all three of us are going to finish more or less
they'll
near each other. But for me, I just don't see. I don't know. It's so difficult to call, but I just think that with Villa, they've spent a lot of money, but I don't think it's going to particularly work, which is why I've got them finishing one place outside of the relegation zone.
Okay.
You can't spend that amount of money, inject that many players into a system, and expect it to work right off the bat.
Okay, I've got my opinion on that coming up.
Okay, right. And I think Norwich are actually going to surprise a lot of people. Obviously, I've only spent £1.5 million so far this summer, and we're being laughed at for it. and there was a recent discussion on Talk Sport around it as well. Where,
saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Idiots, in my opinion, but we'll move on from that.
Snap.
So I've got Burnley in 15th. I've then got Palace 14th, and we've talked briefly about them already. Who did you have?
I've got Watford followed by Southampton.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So some of the core of Watford's team is ageing.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of refreshment that needs to go on there.
Okay.
Southampton, I either think they'll probably come around the place where I've put them, or I think they're going to get relegated. But I went with holding out. Yeah, they had a close season.
Okay, that's a complete opposite to what I thought.
Oh, okay, fine. All right, yeah, so
you'll see that as I go further up the table.
Okay, fine. Yeah, so Watford, I think they might struggle this year. It's quite compared. Like looking at the league, it's quite a competitive one this year. It's like the glamour clubs and the big clubs of old have started to sift out, but some of the big clubs have come back in.
Yeah,
so we'll see that as we go through.
Yeah. Where are we next up to? So I had Watford in 13th.
Everton. I don't like them, to be honest, and I can't.
Have you got Everton in 13th?
1, 2,
because that's a bold call if you have.
10, 11, 12. Yeah, Everton in 13th.
Wow.
On the slide again last season. Can't see them doing much. Well, the players they got in just didn't do much. They're a selling club now.
God, massive call. I've got West Ham in 12th. I think I said this last season. I just don't see where West Ham are going.
Bournemouth for me.
I don't really understand what West Ham as a club are, what they're about.
They're a mid-table team for a few years.
Yeah.
It's annoying though because they've got a really good manager.
Got a good manager. They've got a good fan base. They've got a controversial stadium, but they've got a stadium built for better things.
I don't know if the fan base is what it was.
Oh, it's changed.
It's a different fan base.
But it's got all the kind of things that potentially could go up. So who did you have in 12, sorry?
Bournemouth.
Okay, I had them in 11th.
Fine. And then I had Villa next, so we're not far off.
You think Villa are going to finish that high up?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think they've recruited really well. Getting them to gel is one thing, but I think they've recruited really strongly. No, I completely and utterly disagree with that. No. Can't wait till you see the rest of this.
Is it really that bad?
Well, right, okay. I think you might fall off your chair in a bit.
Right, okay. Let's move on to the top half of the table then. First of all, I've got Wolves in 10th. I think that they are going to have just as good of a season.
That's where I've got West Ham.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be far off where you are, but I think, again, they've got some players with quality. I still think they've got some players to come in as well.
Was that West Ham?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Wolves are going to do quite well this season. I think it'll be another good season for them. But for me, I think because they are in Europe, it's going to have a bit of an effect on the squad. It tends to have that kind of effect. The Europa League is on a Thursday night. It's a lot of travelling, etc. But I think they're going to do all right. They won't be anywhere near.
Get to go home again.
Well,
the whole squad's from Europe, isn't it?
I just realised what you said.
Like they'll all get to stay at their houses. Most of them are from Spain and Portugal.
Yes, Brexit means Brexit.
So no, quite literally, I don't think the travelling's going to be an issue for Wolves.
Yeah. I've then got Everton finishing in 9th, so I think they're going to do a little bit better than what you've kind of predicted them to be. But Everton's another club. I just don't see what they're trying to achieve. I don't see what they're doing. I mean, Fabian Delph is the most Everton signing you'll ever hear in your life. He's not good enough.
He's a terrible player.
He's not good enough for the top 6, but he's a decent player. But he's that kind of level. Do you know what I mean?
He's getting picked by England. He's the most frustrating player
It's
ever.
the most Everton signing of all time.
Yeah.
In my eyes.
Him and Theo Walcott will go brilliantly together.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that kind of.
Which is why I put them down where I did.
Right.
Leicester for me.
Okay.
Position.
Well, you lot can see where I've put Leicester. He can't.
So yeah, that's Leicester.
Okay. Why? Why there? Just for when I talk about them in a bit.
I think there's still a good squad of good players, but I just feel they lack consistency.
Okay.
The magic has been lost, and I'm not sure how quickly they'll recover it. I don't really rate Brendan Rodgers. Not massively.
Big call.
Oh, he can do all right in Scotland, but so can anyone.
Well,
do you know what
Steven
I mean?
Gerrard is not exactly setting the world alight up there.
It's the thing is, like, some of their players that we all had fun with, Jamie Vardy, etc. That day is starting to fly by now.
Okay, we'll talk about it in a moment. 8th, I've gone for Southampton.
Man United.
Oh,
If they sell Pogba,
wow.
they might get 7th.
Wow, really?
Not a chance. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they finish lower than that. Solskjaer gone by Christmas. Not for me.
I've put Southampton in 8th. Now, the reason I've done that is because I think Hootenhartel did an absolutely fantastic job last season to get them playing a good, attractive football and got them out of the relegation scrap fight. And I think they've just got another season of understanding his way of football.
Okay.
I think the team's been improved. I think the signings that they've made have done. They've got some decent names in the door, getting rid of a lot of kind of players that maybe were on the fringes of things. I think they're going to have a really, really good year.
Okay.
I'm predicting big things for Southampton. Then in 7th,
Norwich.
you haven't.
Yeah. Genuinely.
Wow. Okay. He's an Ipswich fan, just in case if you are completely. Really?
Yeah, I think they could
Really?
emulate what Ipswich did all those years ago.
That's a massive call.
Tactically in 7th, because Ipswich managed 6th and they'll never quite rise to the heights. But
Yeah.
No, but to be honest, I saw Norwich play football a few times last season, and they were absolutely blasting teams off the park.
Yeah.
I can see that style of football being maintained because Farke has got that into them.
Yeah.
He hasn't overhauled the squad. He hasn't brought egos in. I think he's done the right thing in his recruitment. I think it works if they get relegated still anyway. Like, he's covered both bases.
Yeah.
He's offered contracts to the players that need the contracts.
Yeah.
It's a team that's set up for years to come, but I think next year could be their year.
Wow. Okay, that's a big call. I mean, I'm just going to briefly talk about Norwich because obviously I am a Norwich fan.
No, far away.
We've, as you quite rightly said, we've recruited, I think, in a very sensible way. The club is not prepared to bankrupt itself and put itself into financial jeopardy like we did last time when we went up to the Premier League. They're investing smartly. We're investing in youth still. The amount of under 23 signings that we've made, we're scouting properly. We've got a couple of lads over from Belgium, a couple of lads from the Scottish leagues up as well who are going to be training in. We just seem to be investing in the right ways now. And we've rewarded all of those players that got us up last season playing fantastic football. That level of confidence, we're not going to sign anybody else, but we're going to give you a new contract because you did so well.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do okay this year. I don't think we're going to get relegated. I think we'll just about survive. That's a massive call for me to say we're going to finish that.
Honestly, if you carry on playing football like that,
I think people are very easy to forget that because the moment you don't spend any money, it's like, oh, well, you have to spend money to get out of this, to do well in this league. Well, people said that about the Championship. We barely spent a penny.
The speed is a bit different. And some of the quality in the Premiership is extremely different, especially when you get above the teams that I've got in 7th. But to be honest, like, you look at some of the other teams there, and I think, like, on their days, like, they'll get results. Honestly, I think they'll be all right.
Wow, big call. Let's move into the Europa League spots then. 6th, I've got Arsenal.
Wolves.
Okay.
I massively rate them.
Yeah.
As I was trying to allude to earlier.
Right. Okay.
They have recruited from all across Europe with some of very, very fine players.
Yeah.
And they will be used to the travelling. They're players that have done it before.
Yeah.
They're not going to have a problem.
Yeah. Big call. Yeah, I've gone with Arsenal. I don't think they're going to have a decent season. I think that they're just continuing to not strengthen the one part of the squad that everyone knows needs identifying, which is the defence. They've gone out and signed another attacking midfielder on loan from Real Madrid. They've gone and signed another winger, apparently today, Pepe from Lille. You don't need to strengthen those positions. You need to strengthen your defence, and you're not going to get anywhere by constantly focusing on the attack.
If you score one more than the other team, you win.
Yeah, But when their defence is as crap as it is, it doesn't matter how many you score.
I just got to win 5-4 every game.
Yeah, but when you're 3-0 down after 20 minutes, it counts for... Anyway, we'll move on from Arsenal. I've got Man United in 5th. I think they're going to do all right. I don't think they're going to get Champions League football, but I think they're going to do okay.
Did you hear today that the thing for Harry Maguire, the bid has been put back because Leicester don't believe that Manchester United are going to get the Champions League places to trigger the add-ons. I just found it hilarious.
Wow.
They're just no, they're not the team they once were.
So who have you got in 5th?
Chelsea.
Okay, well I had them in 7th.
Yeah.
Because I personally think that this is going to be a development season under Frank Lampard. He's obviously given a lot of these youngsters a bit of a chance. I think the loss of Hazard is too much.
So is the fact that they've got this transfer ban incoming.
Yeah. That can work either way though. That can really... Right, we're going to have to focus on what we've got and the youth that we've got, and it might be the turning point for Chelsea as a football club.
Still can't forget that season I had a few years back where they were like 17th in the table or something. Utterly
ridiculous.
It could happen again.
But yeah, let's move on to the top 4. Right, who have you got in at number 4? Because these guys will have seen mine.
Arsenal.
Okay.
I think there's still recruitment to do, but I think they'll be okay. I like the fact they're going attacking. Attack is the best form of defence.
Have you noticed one team I haven't talked about so far? In 4th?
No.
Leicester.
Oh. Back for Champions League football again.
Leicester.
Okay. You're obviously a lover of Mr. Rodgers.
I think he's developed his style at that football club in the end of last season. The combination of Gray and Maddison.
Yeah.
You know, behind the strikers. They've signed Yuri Tillemans now on a permanent deal.
Oh, he's such a good player.
He's such a talented player. Indeed, he is a fantastic ball-winning, proper hard centre midfielder. They're going to keep hold of Harry Maguire. It's just, again, it's another story that's been... He will want to go if the offer comes in and it's accepted. But if not, Harry Maguire will quite gladly stay at Leicester. He's on good money there. He's a proper defender. Ben Chilwell on the left. I think they've just got a fantastic team.
Yeah.
Really good team. And I think they can easily do better than Man United, easily do better than Chelsea, easily do better than Arsenal.
I just feel that sometimes it falls apart for them sometimes, I feel.
Yeah.
Who knows? They've recruited well.
Leicester 4th. You heard it here first.
It's coming from a man that did quite well on the predictions last year.
Tottenham in 3rd. Agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Liverpool 2nd?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man City 1st?
Always.
Yeah. Man City are going to do well again this year. I don't think Liverpool are going to have enough momentum to keep up with Man City again this season. I think that it's just going to be another gear down.
I've got 2 concerns over Man City.
I don't have any. So go on.
They need another forward, in my opinion, that they need to start nurturing into the culture because of how long Aguero's been there, his age, everything else. And heard today that Sane may go.
Yeah, but he's still got Sterling, still got De Bruyne, still got Silva.
I like Sane a lot.
Still got Phil Foden.
Every time Sane gets the ball, I think that other teams worry.
Yeah.
I think he's an incredible player, and however they can even contemplate letting him go. Yeah. If he does go, he will go for silly money. Yeah. And then that might trigger being able to buy a forward.
Very true. Very true. I mean, I think the Premier League's very... You could swap a couple of those teams around and no one would really notice a huge amount. But I think your big call is Norwich.
100%.
And I think my big call is definitely Leicester. Leicester, I think they're going to absolutely smash it this year. I can't wait to watch them play football. So excited to see what they're capable of. They've got such a young, hungry, talented squad. Maddison is just going to do absolute bits this season. He had a fantastic season, and how he continues to get overlooked for England, I do not know, because he's such a talent. Honestly, this guy's going to... I'm saying now, he's going to be playing for Real Madrid or Barcelona in 5 years. Calling it now. Okay. And I can see the smirk developing on your face, but trust me, he's going to go to a massive club. He's incredible. absolutely incredible. But yeah, I enjoyed that. Some of your predictions were just absolutely insane. But what do you think? I mean, you probably think mine. You know, I've just been talking about Leicester finishing the Champions League places for crying out loud.
If I win this at the end of the year, it's going to be quite interesting.
It'll be very interesting. Very interesting. But let us know down in the comment section, as I said, what you think about it. Where is your team going to finish? What do you make of our predictions? Who's going to do better, me or Adam? But
Please don't abuse me.
Not too much. He deserves a little bit for placing Aston Villa that high up, but we'll skip past that, Villa fans. It's only a joke. But as I said, let us know down in the comment section what you think. I'll be really interested to hear. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch it. The other 3 videos should be out as well for the upcoming season. We've got League 2, League 1 and Championship. So go and check those out as well. They'll be in a playlist in the description below. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch it. And as always,
adios.
Adios.